TCS. Here it comes. Alright. In this round, I'm going to ask you 4 questions from the world of Tata Consultancy Services. Yeah, we can handle it, no problems. +5 if you get it right, -5 if you get it wrong. We'll start by testing your buzzers, team 1. Okay? Team 2. Just turn the buzzer this side. The lights. Arms. Yeah. Okay? 3. Good. 4. 5. And 6. Alright. Teams, please note these are interconnected buzzers that recognize only the team that hits it first. All questions from the world of Tata Consultancy Services. So +5 if you get it right, -5 if you get it wrong. And if you press the buzzer while I'm reading a question, you're telling me that you know the answer, so I stop reading the question. Clear on the rules. Question number 1, if you're ready. Audience silence, please. From here, believe me, it's a new game called Tension Run. Yeah? That's what happens at an IT quiz. It's called Tension Run from here. Everyone's running on tension as the next 3 rounds unfold. Question number 1, teams on the buzzer. The earlier name of this creation from Tata Consultancy Services was Dash. It is currently known as TCS Code Generator Framework. What are we talking about? Your options are TCS Banks, Mastercraft, or Phoenix. Banks, Mastercraft, or Phoenix? Go ahead.
Phoenix.
-5 to you. Mastercraft is what we were talking about. Taking a half chance there and a negative as we move on to question number 2. This man is an alumnus of IIM from your city, Ahmedabad. He worked in Tata Industries before joining Tata Consultancy Services to drive
FC Kohli.
-5 to you. Huge hurry! I am Ahmedabad graduate. FC Kohli was an engineer who joined Tata as an engineer. The answer that I was going to give you, or rather if you would have given me the right one, would have been Rajesh Gopinath. And there was a lot more that I was going to tell you about in any case. Question number 3, teams on the buzzer. Professor E.C. Subbarao, a renowned materials scientist and a distinguished academician in India, was the founding director of which illustrious TCS subsidiary? Your clues are Computer Maintenance Corporation or TRDDC. He's gone for it.
TRDDC.
Is correct. Last one. He's got back what he lost. Final question, teams on the buzzer on the round of TCS. This leading operator of restaurants in the United Kingdom includes brands like Harvester, Metro Professionals, has tied up with TCS to optimize its human resources and also to create a cloud-based platform solution. Which UK-based company am I talking about? Your options are Mitchells and Butlers, Bakes and Breads, or Marks and Spencers. 1 second, just refresh that. Yeah, go ahead guys. It's your turn. I saw you hitting that.
Bakes and Breads.
-5 to you. Maharaja Agrasane, Mitchells and Butlers is what we were looking for. Taking half chances here today. Just hit the buzzer again, please. Yeah, and use your palm. I think that will be easier than the finger. -5. Alright. Ahmedabad is always quick on business. Ahmedabad is quick on Twitter as well. It becomes the first city at TCS IT Wiz to cross 1,000 tweets in this auditorium.
Whoa!
1,000 tweets from within this auditorium. I mean, that is serious tweeting. Anyway, I would be really keen to see who the winner is going to be. What it means is in the next 15-20 minutes, you got to really pump yourselves up because someone's going to be really pushing that band in to get to those first 2 places. Fantastic. I just get a feeling this quiz is going to be very close. I don't know why I'm getting that feeling. of Things, IoT. Coming up on your screen. Here we go. 10 points is what you will get if you get it right. -5 is what you will get if you get it wrong. It's a typical lateral thinking round with the big brain. 4 questions is what you will get on your screen, but you're going to join the dots, which is Internet of Things. On IoT, you're going to get 4 questions on your screen. Your objective is to arrive at the final answer. It does not matter to me at the school level whether you know what each of them means or not. But in theory, IoT or Internet of Things is basically a concept where people are trying to say, in future, abstract things in the world will be connected by the Internet, which frames IoT, the Internet of Things. This round is about lateral thinking. You get multiple clues on your screen. You got to link those clues in together and arrive at an overall answer, which essentially is IoT in the context of this quiz. So, on IoT, we got 10 to be gained and 5 to be lost. As far as the scores are concerned, it seems extremely close at this point in time as a scorecard. Can we take a quick look at that team stand or can we move to the no problems? Alright, I'm asking for an unscheduled score display because I think the battle is close and the teams would like to know where they stand. Tech quotient. Oh. Staying on 13. I must confess I thought that was 25 because you lost 5, that was in my mind. Gained that 5 back. Maharaja Prasad have crucially lost 5 and Navrachna are on the same level as Maharaja Prasad. Right, they did not want to lose that 5-pointer, but they know that if they can get a 10, they're going to be doing well as well. Oh, too close for comfort, 2 rounds remaining. I think it's a very closely fought final. Just get a feeling a couple of other teams might want to hit the buzzer and move ahead as well. We move on to the first question in this round here. All teams on the buzzer, audience absolute silence. We make action on Internet of Things. The first one coming up now. As we dim the lights. And can we have the volume going up?
Well, our mission is Earth's most customer-centric company. We'll learn how to do it himself.
Maharaja Prasad had gone for it, and they got to work the overall answer out. If they've gone for it with the photograph of the man, then it's a wrong shot on the video. Go ahead.
Is it Kindle?
Kindle. Explain Kindle to me.
Wild guess.
Wild guess. Champions are hitting turbulence. -5. -5 to Maharaja Prasad. Is the battleground of Gujarat slowly shifting? Take a -5 on that. Anybody in the audience on this? Yes, the young boy there. No, not PlayStation. That's a direct answer. You got to work it out. No? It's an answer which starts with F. Who said that?
Foxconn. On stage.
What, on stage, okay?
Foxconn.
Explain.
Jeff Bezos' company makes Amazon Kindle, which is actually manufactured by Foxconn.
Okay. And?
That's the only thing I guess.
Put your hands together for the answer. A company that has produced Kindle. So, that's a shot here from someone in the audience, and Foxconn is absolutely right. All of PlayStation was created by Foxconn. Not many in the world knew that though at that point in time. Here's the next one coming. Audience silence, please. Thank you. Here's the next one on your screen now.
Was a prominent inventor and engineer who is famous for his development of the telephone. Bell was born in 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland, and showed a natural curiosity at an early age, inventing a wheat-cutting machine and paper.
Overall answer. Maharaja Prasad are playing aggressive here. Can we have the lights back on them?
Bell Labs.
Bell Labs. Explain.
This was the photo of Alexander Bell. Ken Thompson. Right.
What's your answer? Bell Labs. -5. Maharaja Agrasen. The answer is C. Oh, the young boy there got it but didn't go for the buzzer. The answer is C. It's Dennis Ritchie and Ken Thompson on your picture. The initial version was called K&R. It was founded at AT&T Bell Labs, hence Bell as a clue for you. So you've got to do a lot of lateral thinking. You can't give me Bell as an answer. No, the answer, it has nothing to do with K&R, it's Bell Labs. Here's the next one, and I wouldn't put Bell there if the answer is Bell Labs. I mean, it's written right there on your screen. Here's the next one coming. Aggression could be the only way for Agrasen. Here's the next one coming on your screen.
Last step? Origin. DreamWorks. Pixar. DreamWorks, Pixar.
Alright, Maharaja Agrasen are playing everything as if their life is hinging on this. Go ahead, guys.
Angry Birds by Romeo.
Angry Birds by Romeo. Explain that to me.
Cabbage King was Romeo's first game, and that is Nicholas Health at the top.
And your answer is Romeo, Angry Birds,
Yeah.
+10. Playing this game very, very tender manner here today. Pressure looming large at the Gujarat final here today. Young challenging team has put on the score and is smiling their way through. It really doesn't matter to them if they can't see, they would have added to that pressure here. It almost feels like a Rafael Nadal versus Roger Federer battle. Anyway, here's the next one coming on the buzzer. Let's see how the teams go for it.
This is the last one. This is the last one.
Maharaja Agrasen have taken all the 4 questions. I mean, they're really playing the game aggressive. So they either make it or break it. They got the first 2 wrong. They got the 3rd one right. Gone for the 4th one.
Paul Allen of Microsoft.
Explain.
Trapo Data was a company founded by him, and Screwbird is, I think, it was a phrase used by in a conference, and I don't know about that actually.
Your answer is Paul Allen of Microsoft. Ladies and gentlemen, +10. We'll take a look at the scores. 1 round remaining here today at the Gujarat final of TCS heavyweights, and the battle is far from over. It's such a tense game out here. Tech Ocean reads as follows. Oh, look at that score. Maharaja Agrasen on 30. Sant Kabir from Ahmedabad on 30. But Maharaja Agrasen have almost had to climb a Mount Everest, climb down and climb back all over again. That scorecard could have easily ranked 10 if they had not got the last 2 right. If they had not got the last 2 questions right, that would have ranked 10 against 30, and that would have meant humongous pressure. But as champions, they are showing resilience here. They do not want to go down. They're playing a battle out here. Sant Kabir are playing it smart. They did go for the Paul Allen question, but I think they were a fraction late on the buzzer. Otherwise, they would have got that in. Well, we'll do a quick couple of audience questions because the teams have been really thick and fast with their burst of answers here today. And, okay, here we go with a couple of audience questions for you guys. Let me just fish out a couple of questions. Here's one for me. This company in the IT space did not easily get a trademark for its logo because it used a natural existing creature in the form of a simple fish. They had to recreate the fish. The young boy here with his hand up with the specs.
Yeah. Nokia.
Nokia. No. Yes. Alta Vista. No. Yeah.
Sea monkey.
Sea monkey. Is a fish. No. Yeah. Apple fish. Phoenix. Siemens. Philips. Sorry? One sec, don't scream here. Yeah? Mozilla. Fish. Yeah, you. Alright, I'll give you a clue. I had this question. Yes? No? Clue? Yeah, the young boy there? Yeah, I said fish. No, fish not, no, okay? Clue, I asked you the question earlier in a different form. Yes? Atos Origin has a fish as its logo. Put your hands together. Very good answer. Atos Origin is absolutely right. He'll get that right in the audience here today. Can we have some prize reached up to him? He's in the balcony. Or can we? Sorry. Can we ask him to collect it later? Can you collect it after the quiz? Okay, come here and collect it. Okay, don't worry. You'll get your prize. Alright. I have another question for you. There was a phenomenal painting that was created which represented Adam and God. How does the world know the Adam and God painting? Yes, the guy. Nokia? Come on, please. Yes? When you switch on a Nokia phone, you have two fingers touching or a hand coming together, which comes from the painting of God and Adam. Lovely answer. Very good.
Yeah,
very good answer.
audience के question की answer
Okay. Here's another question that I'm asking you, and this is, I remember something from what you guys asked. Oh, okay, there's a board there which goes up saying, we love big brain. That's nice, thank you. Alright. Is that how I look? I'm not that bad looking. Get a slightly better picture of me. I'm not that thin, let's be honest. Anyway, alright. Yeah, 20 years ago maybe. Okay, this company wanted to create something which would give them an access to everything. Hence they said, we need a view from above. Then we would be able to see everything. The guy in the balcony. Google, no? Yes, the young girl here? Microsoft, a view from the above. Sorry? Alta Vista, explain that. The name Alta Vista in some language means a view from the above. Alta Vista. Fantastic. Fantastic. That's a really good answer. Give him a prize. Okay. You want some more questions? Okay, I've got another 2-3 minutes, so I'm doing well on time. Okay, yes. Well, again, very clever Gujarat crowd. You know there are prizes being given out for that. That's why, yes. Okay. Okay, let me ask you this. This is from my memory. What in the world of technological innovation is a dented 5? 5 is a? For blind people to use mobile phones. On the number 5 there is a dent. If you had an old mobile phone or a phone with a normal keypad, the number 5 has a dented mark on it. That is basically to tell blind people where the center of the keypad is so they can start using the phone. Put your hands together. Very good answer. Okay, let me ask you one more. This entire concept of a company started out from a simple competition which was to collect information for the American census. Yes, the young boy. Sorry? YouTube American census. No? Yes? IBM, explain. Sorry, I've got the light right on me. Explain why. You're the guys who finished second. No, the guy in front of you, okay? You just guessed it's IBM. Explain, okay? That's a good pitch.
कोई बात नहीं वो तो जैसे ही हम पहुंचने आएंगे ना
They were known as a tabulating machine company, okay? They started tabulating the data of the census. Put your hands together. What's an IBM? What made the explanation correctly? So we both give them a prize. Okay. Alright, here's a future product for you, or rather a product which is existing but not necessarily available in a mass scale. What in the world that you live in is a bio-alarm clock? What's a bio-alarm clock? No hands up, yeah? It's a hand up. Can we dim the lights a little bit? I just can't see the audience. I can't see them, that's why. Yeah, okay, that's a hand that went up.
Clock.
A clock.
Cock.
Sorry, what did you say?
Cock.
cock कुकड़े
No, I need an explanation. A bio-alarm clock, yeah? It's a clock, guys, please, I need silence. Guys, please, a little softer, yeah? Go on. It's a clock that works according to your body's, the circadian rhythm of your body, okay? It's a clock that is inside your body. The body clock. The clock tells you when to sleep, the clock tells you when to eat. Put your hands together for me. What it essentially does is, it calculates how many hours of sleep you require based on how tired you are, depending on your pulse rate and depending on your body clock. The alarm will switch on or rather, the alarm will start going on at the time after it knows that you are sufficiently fresh. Thank God we don't have that alarm clock in India, otherwise everyone will be absent for school. No one will wake up in the morning. Because everyone stays up on Facebook in the night, no one will wake up in the morning to be in time on school. So that's a funny clock to have, isn't it? Alright. We get moving into the final frontier of this battle here at this point in time. Alright, 3 minutes to choose, so I'm on time. Huge battle, 2 teams on 30. Champion and challenger, which way is the battle going to go? We move to the final frontier. Big Trust. Coming up on your screen now. In the final frontier of this game, you're going to play what's called Pin Trust. Rules of the game. Because an audience, even before I go into rules of the game, I want absolute silence from you guys, okay? Because It's too close for comfort. You got a defending champion on 30. You got a challenging team on 13. You got a team right behind them on 20. Anything can happen in the final frontier of this game. On pin trust, you will get 5 pin boards like you would in probably pin trust. On the 5 boards that you get on your screen, and these are not connected to each other, these are 5 random statements with something to do with each board for themselves. For example, you could have a board which says, Wipro is part of the Tata Group. Now that's a wrong statement, right? So, you would have 5 statements coming on your screen, out of which 2 are wrong and 3 are right. The game is to press the buzzer and identify the 2 mistakes. If you get both the mistakes right, you get 10 points. Which means if you identify the 2 mistakes, you get +5 and +5. If you get 1 right and you choose not to attempt the second one, you say I'm just going for one and I'm not attempting the other one, you can get a +5. If you attempt 2, you get 1 right and 1 wrong, you get nothing. But if you get both wrong, you get a -5. Clear on the rules? So you hit the buzzer, you can get a +10, you can get a +5, you can get a 0, or you can get a -5. What we're essentially trying to teach you is decision making. You got to learn to make decisions. You will hedge your risk at this point in time and take a call on how much of a risk you want to take. 4 questions in all, so you can actually score a maximum of 20 points. Sorry, 40 points. If you get a 10 into 4, which is very difficult to play, but theoretically speaking, you could still do that. What you tell me is what I will click on the screen. If your answer is correct, which means you identified the wrong block, it will fly away from the screen. If you're ready, here's the first for audience silence. Guys, please, yeah. Here's the first board coming up, sir. Sir, light thoda band kar denge 2 minutes, please. Yeah, please, if you don't mind. After that, you can take it. It's a crucial moment. Yeah. On your screen, first question coming up now. Oh, they've gone for it and taken a big risk here, as Maharaj said. 5 of them are coming up on their screen and they've gone for it. Probably identified an early one there. Go ahead. What's your choice? First choice. Audience silence.
Xbox and Vodafone.
Xbox and Vodafone you're saying is wrong. We'll click on that. +5. You're trying for the next.
Free species directory.
Free species directory. You're trying for that. Oh, that was wrong. So you gained a +5. You lost a +5. So you still get nothing. You hedge your risk on that one. Dot job is not an expansion for Monster. That was the one it was, or neither does it have anything to do with Monster. Is the other wrong block in that. We move to the second question. They did not start with a +5. They went for a +10. And that was their undoing, so they gained nothing. Alright, the young man requires water at this stage. We'll allow you that. It can be tense. Second question. It's a battle between those 2 teams as it comes up on your screen. That's what ICANN stands for. Alienware and Dell. HP and the lady. Flipkart for former IBM employees. And Dark Pantone is Windows 8. Guys, please. Gujarat, please. Yes.
Flipkart, former IBM employees.
We'll click on that. We'll give you a +5.
Windows 8 and Dark Pantone.
They're taking a double risk again. Let's see what happens. Oh, they got a +5. 2 questions remaining. 2 questions remaining. Maharaja Hussain have moved into the lead again. What a battle we are witnessing here. Final 2 questions on your screen. Here's the next one. Oh, the young boy has gone for it. Alexa is based on the name of a great library in Alexandria. Twitter combination. Java was from Java Islands. Oracle and Project CII. First Google, go ahead.
Sir, the first Google Doodle was not American Independence Day.
First Google Doodle American Independence Day. Let's click on that first. He gets a +5. Java gets its name from Java
That is
Islands.
not correct.
Java gets its name
From coffee.
Java. One question remaining. Let's take a look at the scores. One final question remaining. Here's how the Gujarat final has shaped up here today. Unbelievable power between two teams. Big motion. You've got. Okay, guys and girls, please. I've got two requests to make. I've got three requests actually. First one, absolute silence. You owe it to the teams on stage. Second request, none of you will scream out the answers. Be fair, you want the best team to go into the national final from here. Gujarat has always been a strong contender at the national level, so you want a good team to go through. You've got a defending champion challenged by a young team. And you guys are first time in the final, are you? Very first time in the final. Look at that. I mean, that's like Rafael Nadal at French Open. He walked in as an 18-year-old, but then he dismantled champion after champion. It could be a turning point for Gujarat as far as IT quizzing is concerned. Third request, specifically for the teachers and students, none of us will leave this hall till the national anthem of our country is played. I don't want to make people stand like murkhas at the door and ask you which school you are from because you're leaving outside. If you have any passion for your country, you will stay till the national anthem is played. I promise you, we've got a very quick prize distribution to follow the rules. On that note, before I go to the final question, I think it doesn't matter who wins. Both of them deserve a thunderous applause. Final question. TCS IT wins 2013.
Oh my God, David.
First one is Google Yelp. Okay, let's click on that. He get himself a plus on that. Now, which combination is wrong? Road ahead, Bill Gates, a gentleman, internet evangelist with Google, TechCrunch. TechCrunch, not founded by that man. Plus 10.
Wow! Woo! Super, David.
If you know the answer, then go for it. Everyone was paying their attention on the two teams, which were on the tiebreaker, which,
Oh my goodness.
audience please, thanks guys, which technically is like a lesson for you in life, you know. You keep looking at someone as competition and suddenly the third person has come and won the battle. It happens always in life, doesn't it? Anyway, it happens definitely in Bollywood. Yeah, it always happens in Bollywood, isn't it? I mean, you've got one good girl in the neighborhood, you've got two guys looking at her, and the hero comes from somewhere else. Anyway, two teams on a tiebreaker as we go out of the software here and move into a tiebreaker on this quiz. A young team challenging themselves to be a defending champion wanting to get back into the national final, which will be played on the buzzer. If you get it right, you're in the national finals or in the mega finals. You get it wrong, the other team automatically goes through. So it's a negative. So it's not about how quickly you press, you got to be absolutely sure. Audience, please, Gujarat. It can be really nervous out here, guys, please. Can you offer them some silence? Wonderful, thank you. Yeah, can we have the lights fully up, please? Pura lights, yes, yeah? So I will read out the full question. You're allowed to press the buzzer, but if you get it wrong, the other team automatically wins because you take a negative. Okay? What he's saying is, can he he buzz while I'm reading the question? That is his doubt. He can definitely do that. Alright, audience, absolute silence. Audience, absolute silence, please. Trying to find something that would be deserving as a tiebreaker for these two teams as they battle here. Alright. Here is the first one for you, both of you on the buzzer. Audience, silence please. This company tied up with the Smile Foundation. It is a browser corporation. The company pledged that for every download, it would donate money to the Smile Foundation. It's a browser that was essentially created for a completely different purpose. A browser which was meant to be the big O for operating systems. This young man is taking the plunge. He's either going to win it or he's going to at least blame himself for losing it, which is a correct way of playing it because you don't want the other team. The defending champion may quickly be saying a prayer. The challenger is taking his shot. Go ahead.
Opera.
Two young lads from Sant Kabir. Minus is what? They don't get that! Next most important question. Young girl, are you upright? He almost beat her up. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
Wonderful, huh? Yes, good.
I don't know if it's the pressures of class 12 or it's just the pressure of being a champion. And it can happen. You know, at the end of the day, there is a fantastic lesson in this quiz. A team which was an indestructible force a year ago. And in my view, I in fact told them at the national final, I would believe they were one of the teams which would go through to fight hard. And they're an outstanding team. Sometimes when you are champion, you start taking certain things differently. Caution becomes a word. Carefulness becomes a word. The weight of success becomes a burden. And then all these start playing on your mind when you're actually trying to press the buzzer. A few mistakes here and there, and that really got them a little unsettled. And this young team had nothing to lose. They were just smiling their way through, and now the young man is in tears. Understandably so.
Oh my God.
It's not about winning a quiz. It's dismantling a champion. It's easy to win sometimes, but it's very difficult when there's a champion seated right next to you. But I think they did it in absolute clinical fashion. The only thing I liked about them was their self-belief. They didn't really worry about who the neighborhood was, whether it's a champion. If I know it, I go for it. Until these little tears fell from those little eyes, I think the most important thing was they were enjoying the quiz.
Yes.
When you enjoy what you are doing, 10 out of 10 times you will end up a champion at some point in time. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not forget an outstanding team that has written its name in perhaps extremely well engraved font as far as IT quizzing in Gujarat is concerned, is this duo from Maharaja Akbar Singh. Here today, and it's my pleasure and privilege to first invite on stage our host and the man who's really been behind the force purely because of his passion perhaps for Gujarat and you youngsters here on two fronts. Gujarat does the urban quiz Gujarat, like Karnataka, is the only other state which also does the rural IT quiz, which is for schools beyond the metropolis. At this point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you an extremely experienced IT professional with over 2.5 decades of experience. He has led various functions in India and overseas. Huge projects have been large part of his portfolio for many years. His special passion and forte is government and e-governance. He strongly believes that if governments in the world or across the world don't e-enable themselves, nations won't progress forward. It is with that spirit that he always works on government projects and spearheads them. He's a winner of several e-governance awards, and it's under his leadership that the Gujarat branch of TCS has registered phenomenal traction and growth. He's extremely passionate about Gujarat and IT in this region. He is on the IT task force at CII Gujarat and always finds time to visit and interact with premier institutes, speak on the subject, as he believes the importance for growth is growing the next generation. Ladies and gentlemen, the Delivery Center Head of Tata Consultancy Services Ahmedabad and your host, Mr. Pankaj Kumar. Please join us. Despite your hectic schedule to be with us every year at these quizzes, a quick word from you on this. This just gets bigger and tougher every year.
Yes, it was really very interesting to see the final finish and the lessons you repeated and you face every day, that you find challenges from unexpected corners and take the risk, believe in yourself, and the world is yours. All the best to all the teams and all the participants.
I've got one more question specifically for you, because you've been extremely involved with the government, especially in creating IT structure for the future generations. And guys, please give me a second, please. And you've got huge talent in Gujarat. What's your message for all these youngsters as far as IT and future is concerned?
That's a very important question for me to lay a guidance. IT is an applied science. We all are having our own understanding subjects that we practice, but IT is an enabler. And my message to all of you would be, IT is today's common sense. If you apply your common sense and logic, IT is no-brainer. But yes, you have to have the passion, you have to have innovation, and you have to have the commitment to make it work. And I look forward to the same from each one of you, for you to make a huge career in IT and make our nation known better than it is today for the IT, talent.
Well said, sir. Alright, I'm going to start with the lucky winners first, and I request our host to give away the prizes first before we invite our chief guest on stage. The TCS Lucky Dip Survey Award winners are, and I request you to walk up on stage as I call your names. Akshada Pradhan from Ahmedabad International School, if you're here. Akshada Pradhan. Is she here or she is? Okay, walk up. Aditya Singh Rathore from the Lotus School. Krishna Parekh from Krishna School, Gandhinagar. Are you here? Yeah, she is. I think it's those red bags. Just watch the bags, please. Alright, we got 5 of them. Young man, Aditya. Put your hands together, come on, guys and girls. Alright. Samhita Vaidya from Sant Kabir, Vadodara, and Nitin Kumar from Gagandeep Vidyalaya, the other 2 winners. Are you here? Is that you, Samhita? She's in the balcony. Okay, come slowly, come slowly. Can someone help her from TCS? Nitin Kumar, not here? Is he here, Nitin? Alright, Parik Pura from BBD Joshi High School. Is he here? Oh, alright. Come. Alright, we've got a young girl coming and we'll wait for her to come. In the meantime, carry on, young man. Yeah, you've got your prize. In the meantime, we've got the Twitter champions, and we've got one Twitter champion here, two Twitter champions here. Okay? Oh yeah, I've got two here with me. Last year at Gujarat, they had 129 tweets. This year, 1,453 tweets from this auditorium. This is only during the finals today from this hall. And the winner is Vishal Rora from, or rather as Vishal Rora 293 with 153 tweets. And the second winner is, can we have the volume a little down please? Yeah, thanks. The second winner is Varun Gupta with 135 tweets. Varun Gupta, are you here? Alright. So two tweeters here going helter-skelter, and a lot of people here today crossed 100 tweets, which is why we had more than 1,400 tweets. I think there were 4 or 5 of you really tweeting hard. Guys, please, last row. Can I request one of you from TCS to just hang on there, please? And the best cheering school here today for their innovative posters and all their contributions here today. Kanka. Which is your winner? Sant Kabir from Navrampura. Oh, you guys up there? Okay, Sant Kabir, Navrampura. The guys in the balcony. Can we have someone send out the best cheering school awards them, or should they need to come here? Alright, head boy, come there with your banners, come here. Head boy, head girl, bring that light wala thing. I want to see what that is. Walk down slowly, please. Can someone from TCS help them? They are in yellow t-shirts as well. I don't know who's from TCS, who's from the school. Yeah, let them come. Alright, there comes the innovative contingent. Yeah, I know. Where's that light wala thing? How does that work? Oh, you got batteries and all. Oh, that's so cute, okay. I think we should use that for our puzzles in future. That's a nice technology. Alright, for now they win themselves a huge jar of chocolates and a book for the school. Put your hands together for them. Very creatively done. Alright, the chocolates are for you, the book is for the school, okay? Well done. All the rest of us, can we put our hands together for them? Excellent, excellent. And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we move on to the 6 teams on stage, it is sometimes, audience, I need absolute silence from you for just the next 5 minutes, please. Thank you. When you do quiz shows like this, which is nothing but a forum for learning and exchange of knowledge, You sometimes also get guests of honor who are perhaps extremely appropriate for the occasion and elevate the stature of a knowledge forum in itself. Our guest today is one such person. He obtained his bachelor's in science